more Luc Lac. Honestly, I do not know where the word shaken beef comes from, but I rather prefer it to as Vietnamese beef salad. Usually we serve this with tomatoes and watercress. And you're gonna drizzle some sauce, or some people can use sweet and sour fish sauce. This dish is very healthy and delicious. First, we're gonna get our vegetable ready for garnish. With the watercress, you make sure you soak in cold water for at least 15 minutes and then wash them again at least 3 times and then drain them well, and 1 tomato. So now I'm gonna chop the watercress. I probably do it just in 3 portions. That's good enough because you don't want it to leave it whole. It's very hard for you to eat it like that. Okay? And with the tomato, what we're gonna do is slice them in half and then thinly slice them, and also set aside for later. In this recipe, I use 3 cloves of garlic, but you can use as much as you like. Smash them and then mince them. Okay, with the onion, I'm gonna thinly slice them, but not too thin, at least 2 centimeters thick. And then also set aside. But before you set aside, make sure you separate them. Now, I don't soak my onions in vinegar and sugar. I'm gonna saute it and cook it with my beef. With the beef, choose a good steak or any tender meat, a portion of the beef. This I have sirloin steak, where I trim off all the fat and all the tendons. Okay, make sure you cut these off because it's very chewy, and also make sure your beef is very fresh. If you can afford to plunge, just choose a ribeye steak. It's the best. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut it into a thick slice. I don't cut it into cube, but I just want my steak to be thick enough for it to retain the tenderness of the beef. But you can also cut it into cube if you prefer to. Okay, so finish cutting off all your beef, and then set it in a bowl and get ready to marinate. So now you want your marinade to be light, not too strong. I add about 1½ tablespoon of soy sauce. Okay, and then I'm gonna add about ½ tablespoon of oyster sauce. With the ingredient, just do it according to your own taste. You want it salty, you want it sweet, it's up to you. It doesn't have to be exactly 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon. So here I add about a teaspoon of chicken stock, and then 2 teaspoons at least of cornstarch, and then about a teaspoon of sesame oil. Okay, now I add in my garlic, and I'm gonna mix it up and mix it well, and then set them aside. Let them marinate in room temperature at least 15 to 30 minutes before you stir fry. Okay, like I said, it doesn't have to be exact measurement. Just do it according to your own taste. So many people usually eat this dish with fish sauce, like a sweet and sour fish sauce, but I have my own sauce today, so I'm going to show you how to do it, which I make at least 1½ tablespoon of sugar, and that was about 2 teaspoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, okay, and about 2 tablespoons of water. Mix it up, and then I add about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and don't forget the oyster sauce. Mix them well and set aside. Add 1 tablespoon of oil into a hot pan, and then now we're going to sear our beef. First, I'm going to separate all my beef into individual pieces, and then I'm going to sear each side for at least a minute or so, and then I'm going to flip the other side over and continue to cook it for another at least a minute, and then after this I'm going to begin to toss the beef all together for them to get cooked evenly. Okay, you notice that a lot of people just put in the beef and then start to stir fry it. You can also do it that way, but I more prefer cooking my beef this way, so my steak or my beef can stay juicy, because when you sear it like this, it locks in a little bit of moisture or juice. Okay, So I'm gonna cook it until medium rare, but if you like to, you can just go ahead and cook it well done. Okay, now when my beef is almost to the point that I want to be cooked, I'm gonna add in the onion, and I'm gonna cook the onion for a minute or two, because I want my onion to stay crunchy but not too soft. You know, like sometimes you overcook the onion, it can get soft. So make sure you cook the onion just for a few minutes so it can stay crunchy. See how it is? Like this, we're done. We're now going to set it aside on the plate. So the beef and the onion gonna stop cooking. Don't leave it on the pan. With the beef out, now we're gonna use the same pan to add in our sauce. Just pour in the sauce and then simmer it for a little bit and then adjust your taste. Now I add in a little bit of soy sauce because my sauce lacked a little bit of saltiness. With this sauce, you want a little bit saltiness, a little bit of sweet, but a tinge of sourness. That's why we add in the ketchup, but be sure to not make it too sour. Okay, so here is our final products, and this is how we're going to eat it. We're going to grab a piece of meat with the tomato, and then along with it, we're going to grab the watercress and then just shuffle it in. Enjoy!